Content tracking is vital to implementing analytics the right way and building more effective websites and marketing. In this video, I'm going to walk through an easy yet powerful way to do Gravity Forms conversion tracking with Google Analytics. I've set up a site for the fictitious Smarter Agency. The Smarter Agency sells website design and marketing and wants to increase leads generated from their sites. To keep things simple, we're going to focus on just two forms, a newsletter sign-up and a quote request form. Standard Google Analytics installs only track page views, not more sophisticated things like form submissions. We can do some custom implementation, though, to track these things using Google Analytics events and goals. To make our conversion tracking easy, I'm going to use the Gravity Forms Intelligence plugin. Just install it, and it'll automatically start tracking all your forms as Google Analytics events. So for example, if I submit the newsletter sign-up, I can now go over to Google Analytics and now we can see our form submission event coming through, letting us know which form was submitted. And while tracking events is a good thing to do, ultimately what we really want to do is track conversions. And to do this, we need to set up goals. I also need to configure each one of my forms to track. The Gravity Forms Intelligence plugin makes this easy to do. All I need to do is go into my Gravity Forms settings, click into my newsletter, and I've got this Intelligence tab. And I can select what I want to trigger using this. Right now, there's no goal set up since it's a fresh website, but I can easily add one using the Add Goal. Put in newsletter sign up, save the goal, and now it's available for me to use in the drop-down. Update my settings. And now I'm going to go do the other quote request form. Set up a goal. I'm going to call this one a sales inquiry because I'm going to plan for the future and I might have other types of sales inquiry forms so I can group them underneath the same goal. Select that, save. And now I've got two new goals set up. And so I can go over to Google Analytics and I refresh. We'll see that our two goals now pop up in our reports. And to see this work, I'll just go back over to our home page and now submit our newsletter sign up again. And now we see our newsletter sign up conversion goal come through. To see why conversion tracking is so important, let's use an example scenario where the Smarter Agency writes 3 blog posts to focus on different web design related keywords. After a few weeks, Google Analytics starts reporting that the Web Design Secrets is getting twice the traffic as the other two. Common wisdom would say that this is the most valuable phrase to go after. That is, of course, without conversion tracking, which uncovers a different story. The secrets keyword is producing no conversions. It might be there's a disconnect between the phrase and what the site offers. But web design tips and help are both producing 20% conversion ratios. In reality, those are the keywords they should be going after as they produce the real value. Let's take a look at the standard landing page report in Google Analytics. Out of the box, Google Analytics will give us acquisition numbers and behavior numbers, but conversion numbers will all be 0. It's a conversion tracking that put this critical C into the ABCs of analytics. Google Analytics will attribute conversion goals to all kinds of dimensions, from content to traffic sources and audience attributes, such as demographics, where people are located, if they're new or returning, and what types of technology they're working with. Conversion tracking provides vital insight into what elements of our digital efforts are most effective at producing business value, identifying where we might have some issues that need improved and where we just need to stop wasting our time. Tracking all important desired actions as conversions is key to effective analytics, but not all are equal. But you can set a goal value for each conversion as a way to weight the importance of each conversion goal, providing even better clarity into how to maximize the ROI of your website and digital marketing. In our example, both our blog post Beta and Charlie are generating 20% conversion rates. but the beta post is generating newsletter signups, while Charlie is generating sales inquiries. Sales inquiries are much more likely to create revenue in a customer, so our analytics should reflect this. The Gravity Forms Intelligence plugin makes it easy to set goal values per form. So if I go back over to my website, I could set my submission value using this field here on a form-by-form basis. But instead, I'm going to go to another interface that allows us to compare different goal scores together. The goals field set allows us to change our goal values. And one of the things that's normally good to do is to think of these as a weight, not necessarily just a dollar value if you don't have good revenue estimates. And so let's say, for example, the smarter agency feels that sales inquiries are maybe 8 times more valuable than newsletter signups, so they might increase this from the default up by 4, and they'll half this, so there's now an 8 times difference. They can save, and now every time the goals are triggered, a newsletter signup will get a goal value of 50 and sales inquiry of 400. Now our analytics will more accurately reflect the true business impact that each dimension is contributing. While our acquisition and behavior metrics would lead us to believe that Blog Post Alpha is the winner, our conversion tracking set the record straight and reveal the truth that Blog Post Charlie and its related keywords are really the most effective. Without conversion tracking, your analytics are at best incomplete and at worst misleading you. While we use simplified data in this video, you'll be amazed at what conversion tracking reveals about your website. Our hope is that the intelligence plugins will make it easy for you to track conversions and unleash the full power of Google Analytics.